So my name's Connor Stevens.
I'm Maya Kennedy.
I'm the president of BYU's Anti-Racism Club, and then Maya is one of the officers for the club. So basically this is a new club that we started just recently, and this kind of just came out of all like the recent events, of course, that have happened in the country in regards to, social and racial injustice and everything. And so what happened was I kind of wanted to do something. I just kind of assumed that there'd be something at BYU as far as like a club or something to kind of get more involved with such, and realized that there wasn't. And so I reached out to Maya and some of my other friends about what their thoughts were about like starting a club. And just the idea was that, kind of having that realization that it's not just enough to not be racist, right? And so trying to find tangible ways that we can actually go out and, actively fight racism both here on our campus as well as throughout the world and different things like that.
And because we had that purpose and kind of that background, we decided to structure the club based off of both education and activism. So our purpose is to educate people on specific issues through obviously reliable sources and professionals on the topic. And then as we increase in education, find like the right sources to know how to act on that. So our structure for the club is 1 week education and then 1 week activism. And we hope that as we educate ourselves more about anti-racism on campus, we'll stop seeing life as a spectator sport and start participating more in being actually active anti-racist participants on campus.
For us, education is really the really big emphasis of the club, and that's kind of how we see that's like one really great way that we can do to educate ourselves in order to become just better members of our community and to kind of follow Christ's admonition to love one another and everything like that. And so this club is for everyone to join. And so we understand there's lots of people on campus who aren't going to be in majors that are conducive to them taking classes about sociology or ethnicity and race. And this is a place that anybody can come and feel safe to learn. And that's kind of the idea. We're all learning together. And so it's going to be a lot of like watching TED Talks and just discussing it, or just finding people who are smarter than us to give us ideas of what we can do to improve our communities and to improve ourselves. And that's kind of the idea, is that it's kind of a spectrum like Maya said, and that we all have room to improve in this regard. And so we're all just be learning together and just doing what we can to fight racism here on our campus and throughout the world.
Join us Wednesday at 7 for activities. They might be on Zoom or they might be in person, but regardless, we'll be having them. And also feel free to follow our social media account on Instagram at BYU Anti-Racism Club.